Welcome back to the R League channel. So I'm just going to give you a review of the Super League results in England. So it was the last couple of rounds in the English Super League. It was round 25. First up on the Thursday night, we had the Salford Red Devils versus the Catalan Dragons at the Salford Community Stadium. It was half-time. It was 10 points to 4 in favour of the Red Devils, but the Dragons bounced back in the second half, scoring 2 tries and also slotting home a field goal to win that one, 16 points to 17 in favour of the Dragons. The Dragons are currently 9th and can't make the playoffs for 2025. And Salford, they won't finish bottom, but they won't also make the finals either. So that was the first game up of the English Super League. The other game on the Thursday night was the Huddersfield Giants against the Leeds Rhinos. I predicted this one that the Rhinos would run riot in this one, and they did. They won very comfortably. They only scored 1 try through Harry Newman in the first half, and then a couple of penalty goals from Jake Connor. So it was 8-0 to the Rhinos at half time. In the second half, the Rhinos scored 3 tries from Brody Croft, Mikolaj Odledski and Morgan Gammon. The game finished up with the Rhinos hammering the Giants 26 points to 0. Kept the Huddersfield Giants scoreless, so that will please Brad Arthur, the coach, and the defensive point of view. So the Rhinos, they've almost secured the top 4 position. They just need 1 more point this weekend. The Giants, there's only 2 games left, but they've got nothing really to play for this year, so they'll just be looking. Coach Luke Robinson will be looking for some good performances to finish the 2025 regular season off. They currently sit 11th on the ladder, English ladder. Next up, we had on the Friday night, we had St Helens play Wigan at the Totally Wicked Stadium. Saints just needed to keep winning to keep the top 4 hypes alive. They currently sit 5th. Lee Leopards, they've been on good form at the moment, so they're the team that they want to try and get above. But it was a very low-scoring game in this one. There was only 12 points to 4 at half-time in favour of Wigan. And in fact, that Saints didn't even score a try in the second half, and Wigan only scored 1 more try themselves. So the game finished up St Helens 4, Wigan 18. The Wigan, they've almost secured top 2 position as well, so they might be able to rest a few players coming up next few weeks. But Saints, yeah, they'll need to beat the Lee Leopards this weekend to keep their top 4 hopes alive. So that was the game. The other game on the Friday night in the English Super League. We also had another local derby in Castleford against Wakefield Trinity. Wakefield, they've been in and out of form. Castleford, they've been shocking in form. They've lost a lot of games this year, so they wanted to put a dent in Wakefield's playoff hopes, and they certainly did that. It was a very, very close game throughout. If you didn't see the highlights, check it out on the Super League website. The game finished 26 points to 22 in favour of Castleford Tigers. So the Castleford Tigers, they've got nothing really to play for 2025. Wakefield, they've got Hull FC breathing down their necks for a finals position, so they'll have to keep winning. They just need to win the last. They just need to win this weekend, and they'll secure a top 8 position because they're only 1 point ahead at the moment of Hull FC. So that was the other derby match that we had. We also had the Wolves against the Lee Leopards. So Warrington has just got worse and worse, I think, as time's gone on. They lost the Challenge Cup final early this year to Hull KR in the last few minutes. Since then, they've had dreaded results. They lost to Salford at home, who have done terrible as well. But they lost this one. Lee Leopards ran away with it, really. There was 8 tries scored throughout the game. Lee Leopards won 34-12. So the Lee Leopards, they'll be wanting to try and secure a top 4 position this weekend. They play St Helens, so if they beat them, they'll be in the top 4, which is really important. So if they lose the first game in the finals, that they'll get a week off. But there's still a couple more rounds to go before it's all done and dusted, the regular season. But Warrington Wolves, they have nothing really to play for. Sam Burgess will just be looking for performances in the next coming weeks. Last but not least, we had the Hull KR versus Hull FC derby match. So I predicted that Hull KR would win. They've almost secured the Leaders' Shield. On goal difference, if they do lose, they will secure the Leaders' Shield, but they kind of mathematically need another point, but that doesn't really matter too much at the moment. But Hull FC, again, they lost the Leeds Rhinos last weekend. They did push Hull KR close in the first half, but second half Hull KR showed their experience and class and why they're in the first position in the Betfred Super League. So my prediction at this stage is I think the Hull KR will be probably in the grand final and probably along with Wigan or Leeds Rhinos at this stage, but still a couple more weeks to go. There's still lots of things to be done and dusted from there, but we'll wait and see. But that's kind of the roundup of the 6 games that happened in the English Super League. Haven't really managed to catch many of the highlights from that game due to the time difference, but I'll be keeping an eye the next couple of weeks of what's going on over there. Right, so as I said earlier in my NRL clip, that I will be giving away a England Rugby League shirt and an Australian Rugby League shirt ahead of the Ashes series. The week before the Ashes series kicks off, I'll be posting on my Facebook page and Instagram just to say congratulations to the winners. All you guys have to do is like, follow my Facebook page and my Instagram page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Just put a comment in there if you want an England Rugby League shirt, just put England, or if you want an Australian Rugby League shirt, you just put Australia in there. So it's pretty simple, and then I'll pick a winner on the 17th of October, the week before the Ashes series kicks off. That's it for today anyway, and thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.